relentless energy to get the ball.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And it's Porter with the ball for the Sacramento Kings.
And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
Now, here's Bane. Following the missed shot by Sabonis. Pass to Williamson. Now, Bane. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Bane's got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now when a team suffers a playoff drought like the Kings have, Greg, you can expect some major moves.
And you just hope they can find some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
Now, here's Bane. He has 6. Buries the long-range jumper. Bane's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Van Vliet outside. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pelicans leading by 3. To the inside. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Barnes. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
And once he had to change his shot in the face of the D, you just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall.
Kicks it out to Williamson. In the corner, Smith with it. 6 to shoot. Pass to Valanciunas. Takes a 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The kick out to Sabonis. And nothing is falling for him right now. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 6-point game. Inside. And Williamson throws it down.
You just don't want to give away points by giving away passing lanes. McCollum right there waiting for one, then threads the needle.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Markkanen. Picked by Markkanen. From 18 feet away. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, Markkanen not a guy you want to leave alone.
A drive by Williamson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their field. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Back to Markkanen. And a wide open look for Porter. That three off the mark. Pelicans leading by 8.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Out to Harris. Beyond the arc. Nobody near Melton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Sabonis. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Van Vliet's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Kings. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason break.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Here's Markkanen. It's hauled in by Harris. About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. For 3, Richardson gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3 points.
Richardson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pelicans. Pass to Markkanen. Out to Conley. Picked by Markkanen. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New Orleans. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Harris outside. Back to Melton. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now a 10-point Pelican lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And it's blocked.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Basket counts. Melton's got 4 this quarter. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Back to Porter. Pass to Conley. Porter looking it over. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here's Melton. Harris outside. Back to Melton. Takes the 3. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Harris draws the double. New Orleans moving it around. Melton, no good. And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
Hey, Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
It's Porter outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Quarter's got it back down to within single digits for Sacramento. It's Richardson on the wing. Now here's Melton. Stolen by Len. And oh, here we go. Conley, nobody back. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And that one misses. Shoots the three. That shot misses. Up in time. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New Orleans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We come back right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Back to Bane. From deep three-point range, Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas just needs a little bit of airspace. He's so big, easy for him to get to the rim.
Pass to Murray. Van Vliet on the wing. Back to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. A three. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Van Vliet's got 10 points.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. About 1 minute played here in the second half. McCollum feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. Shot clock at 5. Williamson outside. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's Williamson missing.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
I know one thing the Kings wanted to focus on this season, and Brent, that was defense.
Well, they're a team that's been at the bottom of the league on the defensive ratings for quite some time. And one way to remain competitive is to bring your defensive intensity on a nightly basis. It's going to be a point of emphasis for this new coaching staff to get these guys on board. It just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Back to Herter. In the corner, Murray with it. No good with the triple.
And they continue to control the glass.
Payne for 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Van Vliet outside. On the wing, Barnes. Back to Herter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And Sabonis such a key to this team and what they do on the inside. A big man that does a little bit of everything.
Timeout called by the Kings. Here's Barnes. He's got 5. Lock at 6. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Sabonis. That shot off the mark. And New Orleans will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
They double-team McCollum. At the elbow, it's Bane. Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Bane. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
It's so hard to move a mountain, trust me. Major damage on the boards being done by Valanciunas.
Here's Herter. Guarded by Bane. Launches it. And they get it back. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Loads it up for Williamson.
Such an important part of Zion's improvement is setting good screens and then being available as a roller.
Down low. Stolen by McCollum. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Bane. Here's Williamson. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Nobody near Barnes. Offline with his 3. Pelicans leading by 12. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bane for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Here's Herter. Sacramento again missing. That's a 2 from Smith. It's deflected.
Markkanen showing all 7 foot of himself there.
Substitution for your Kings.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pelicans on top. They lead by 12.
Your Kings. 27. The Pelicans. 30.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Kings trail by 12. Ball's knocked loose. Williamson outside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out. They're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
On the wing, Barnes. Pass to Wiles. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Wiles got his first points in this one.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
In the corner, it's Bane. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pelicans lead by 17.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to Smith. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And here we go. This is great stuff as Zion looks like he's about to take over the game.
Here's Herter. Again, the miss by the Kings.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Pass to Bane. Williamson, the screen. Valanciunas with the ball. And another three for New Orleans.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And that one's good by Porter.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
McCollum, no good. The Kings trail by 19. Van Vliet outside. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
McCollum, no good.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New Orleans.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zion Williamson.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
A 3 from McCollum, 4 on the shot clock. Outside, Markkanen. Over McCollum. Markkanen can't get it to go.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Bane with it. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
New Orleans ball. Shooting for New Orleans.
And the technical free throw is good. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come.